Hello, today is 5/25 of 24, and I am bringing you another video of what I eat in a day on my keto journey. I am camping. My plan for today had been to make a 90-second keto bread. You like mix the ingredients together in a bowl and you just cook it in the microwave for like 90 seconds. I haven't made it before, so I was excited to be able to try it. However, I have found that I did not bring one of the important ingredients, which is baking powder. I thought I did. Maybe I did and I lost it. I don't know. And because I'm not at home, I don't have any of the items that I could use to replace it in the recipe. So I'm going to have to just forego making that. I'll just have to make it at home sometime. So my plan for it had been to make myself a BLT without the lettuce because I don't actually like the lettuce on my BLT. But since I can't do that, I'm going to make a BLT salad, only it doesn't have any lettuce. So it's really just bacon and tomato, and I'm going to whip together a dressing that I put on it, and I'll just eat it that way. My bacon. Okay, so I plan to have 8 slices of bacon. So I'm just going to pull out 8 of those and 8 whole slices. So these are half slices, so I'm going to need 16 of these half slices. So I've got 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. There we go. All right, and then I'm just going to put them in a bowl. I'm going to stick this in my microwave. Well, actually, no, wait. Sorry. I'm actually going to chop them up first because it'll be easier to chop them when they're not hot and burning my fingers. So I'm just going to run my knife through. I don't want them really small because I kind of want like bites to them, but I don't want them really big either. All right, so then I can stick this in my bowl and then stick this in my microwave to heat them up. Now, I partially cook my bacon, so it's not cooked all the way through for this very reason. So I can make it in my microwave and it will cook through and not be like overdone and burning. All right, so I'm going to start with 15 seconds because I'm not really sure how my microwave is going to respond. So the next thing I'm going to do is chop up my tomato. I've got one good sized tomato here, which, there we go. I'm going to grab my trash can. And I am going to use the whole thing, which seems like a lot, especially, with keto because tomatoes are higher in carbs. But I'm not having any other carbs with it. And my only other plan for today, and it could change because that happens, but my other plan for today is just to eat a plain chicken breast. So I'm really not too concerned about having this whole tomato. All right. And then I will turn and chop the other way. Okay, that is great. Set that over to the side and take a look at I don't need these gloves on anymore. I'm just making things more difficult for myself. All right, take a look at my bacon. All right, so it's definitely warmed up, but it's not kind of hot and crispy. So I'm going to put it in for another 15 seconds. And then I'm going to get together my dressing. So I'm going to use some Miracle Whip. So if we look at this, it has 2 carbs per tablespoon. So that's higher in carbs. Like I could use mayonnaise and that would be better. That would be lower carbs. But I really like my bacon and tomato with Miracle Whip. Like it's kind of one of the reasons I don't order BLTs like at a restaurant is because they use mayo and I don't like mayo on my BLTs. You know what? I'm going to change that, I think. I will, maybe I will use, no, I don't want to. Okay, so I'm going to grab a bowl to do my mixing in and a spoon. And I'm only going to use 1 tablespoon for this. So it does add 2 carbs. It's 2 carbs. I'm okay. And then I'm going to add some salt and some ground black pepper. And then a little bit of onion salt, just a little shake in there, and a little bit of garlic powder. A little more of a shake on that one. I really like garlic. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of milk. The purpose of my milk is to help thin it out a little. So I don't want very much. Like that was probably a teaspoon. And I may add more, but I'm just going to get these all like blended together until I get to the consistency that I want, which is a thicker dressing. I do it want it a little bit thinner. So I think I'm going to end up putting about a tablespoon of milk in here. Yeah, that's about what I want. And then grab my bacon. Yes, this is looking much better. And then my tomato. And actually, as I look at this, I think this could be too much tomato. Like, I just don't think that I will be able to eat that much. So I'm going to just start with about half of it. And if I feel like I need to add more, I'll just do that as I'm eating. Okay, and then add my dressing. Okay, and I think I'll actually just eat with a spoon because it's going to be the best tool for the job. All right, I'm going to go eat and I'll be back later. Hello again. It is about 7:30. The meal that I had eaten earlier today was about 2:30. And I am not having the chicken breast that I was going to have. And the reason for that is the bread that I was going to make had about 300 calories in it. And so when I was kind of planning my day, I was thinking I would probably have about an 800-calorie meal for that first meal. And I would want something, quite a bit smaller for my second meal. But that's just not true. And so I've only had about 450 calories today. And so I am hungrier than like I would have been if I had eaten the bread, right? So that's why my plans have changed. So I am having the slaw, the poblano slaw that I made before I came camping. And then I used my air fryer to heat up my brisket that I got from a local barbecue place. Oh, it looks amazing. I love my air fryer for for camping. I'm going to add a bit of salt to the meat. There we go. And this is probably my last meal for the day. Either way, I'll be back with you. I ended up only eating a little more than half of my coleslaw that I had. I just wasn't very hungry, which was a little surprising to me, but that's just fine. I did make myself eat all of the brisket because I didn't want to get hungry again later. So I made myself eat all of the brisket, but I didn't eat all of the slaw. So if we look at my nutrition numbers for today, I have 10 carbs just about. So that is fantastic. I only have 7.8 fiber though. So that is a little worrisome to me. I'm definitely going to change my plans for tomorrow so that I bump up that fiber because I need to make sure I'm getting fiber. My sodium is also low, which combining low fiber and low sodium is not good. So I'm actually just going to like eat some salt. Like I will just literally put like some amount of salt into my mouth and just like swallow it to make sure that I am getting the sodium that I need because otherwise I know that I cannot function. And then if we look at my macros, I have 23% protein, so that's okay. Not quite to the 25. I'm often not quite to the 25. But like I said, I think it's really okay. Like I think I'm doing fine with my protein intake, and maybe I don't need to get to that 25. I think I probably just want to make sure that I'm not below like 20% to make sure that I'm getting enough protein. All right, so that is my day today, and maybe I'll see you tomorrow.